Hello, and welcome to Jordan Presents. Today we will discuss the origins of Friday the 13th. It all started with a 19th century man named William Fowler. Fowler was a superstitious person until he realized that the number 13 came up quite a bit in his life. He had attended PS 13 and graduated at the age of 13. During a brief stint as an architect, he built 13 public buildings. Later, he fought in the Union Army and survived 13 battles. Fowler also belonged to 13 secret societies and social clubs. Eventually, he adopted the number 13 as a good luck charm. One story goes that Captain William Fowler was put out when a lady of his acquaintance dismissed her 9-year-old daughter if the number at table reached 13. In Fowler's time, fear of the number 13 was most often associated with the Last Supper, where Jesus dined with his 12 disciples shortly before he was crucified. As one superstitious person explained in 1863, since the Last Supper, whenever there are 13 persons assembled, one of them is sure to be a Judas. Fowler missed his little friend's company, and to fight this prejudice, he tried to get 13 men together to deliberately eat a meal. Shortly after, Fowler took over the Knickerbocker Cottage in Manhattan and decided it was time to found a social club all his own. Its aim would be to fight the fear of 13 and various other superstitions by engaging in as many unlucky practices as possible. On September 13th, in 1881, in room 13 of the Knickerbocker Cottage, 12 expectant men sat around a table. The meal was all set out, big platters of lobster salad, each molded into the shape of a coffin, surrounded by 13 crawfish. The decorations consisted of 13 candles exactly, and a big banner that read, Nos Mortuori Te Salutamus, Latin for, we who are about to die salute you. Even though it took him nearly a year to get 12 other members besides himself, after their first meeting, the 13 Club began to grow. Members came dressed in black suits, neckties, and top hats. Before sitting down, they made a point of walking under a ladder, which was brought indoors for the occasion. Menus generally numbered 13 courses, and wine lists were often shaped like gravestones. The atmosphere was like a funeral, and suggested a feast at which undertakers only were bidden, the New York Times wrote of April 1882's meeting, which featured a cake with a black cat on it. Other meetings, including mirror smashing, salt spilling, and mock trials of members who had purposely acted superstitiously. They eventually attracted high-profile members, including Grover Cleveland, Chester A. Arthur, Theodore Roosevelt, some of which insisted on sitting only at tables of 13, even at upper club meetings. Word of these exploits spread quickly, and the 13 Club soon enjoyed a certain amount of recognition. One 1886 dinner on Coney Island brought in 400 attendees. Chapters opened up in Chicago, France, and England. In 1891, New York's flagship 13 Club began inviting women to certain dinners. Each one got a welcome gift, which was a tiny glass bottle of perfume with a stopper shaped like a human skull. 2 years later, 13 women opened up their own chapter in Iowa. Fowler passed away in 1897, and in the following decades, the particular type of club began sizzling out. Some unexpected pieces of their legacy live on, though. According to one reporter, the 13 Club may have inadvertently been responsible for one of today's most iconic bad luck charms, Friday the 13th. Although both Friday and the number 13 have been considered unlucky for centuries, it's possible that no one made a point of combining them until the 13 Club. Trevor Timpson, a reporter, wrote, "Two of these vulgar superstitions you have combated resolutely and without flinching. In their zeal to disprove each of them, the club may have created a superstition superbug instead." In 1887 also suggests the club may have had a hand in a piece of consistent good fortune, the weekend. That year, Justice David McAdam, a 13 Club branch president and a member of the New York City Court, declared Saturday an official half-holiday during which public offices must close after noon. He did this, he said, partially to restore more esteem to Friday, a 13 Club priority. So the next time you have the weekend off, you can thank Captain William Fowler.